Okay, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So inshallah we are going to start today with our Surat Al-zalzalah. But before inshallah going into Surat Al-zalzalah, just I want to give a comment on one question which is by our brother, which is min tahtiha. Why? What is the reason for? Actually, I was searching for in the previous surah, which is Surat Al-bainah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned that جزاؤهم عند ربهم جنات عدن تجري من تحتها الأنهار. So why من تحتها? Actually, it seems like I tried to find what is the main the main reason for using min, not fiha or something. I couldn't find something that is giving difference. So they say that in other tafsir, they said min like fi. It is tajri min tahtaha means that underneath or running through it. So the meaning is the same. But they mentioned something that is more important regarding min. That they found that in the Quran, in all of the ayat, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned that the rivers are running from underneath the gardens for most of the ayat dealing with the believers. But in one ayah only, that is in Surat Al-duha, السابقون الأولون من المهاجرين والأنصار. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned تجري تحتها الأنهار, not من تحتها الأنهار. So here I found that one Dr. Saleh Samarra'i, Saleh Fadl Samarra'i, was mentioning about this, and he said, and also Sha'rawi was mentioning about this. Min, whenever it is used here, we call it الابتداء الغاية. ابتداء الغاية means what? It is the beginning of the thing. Okay. So for example, I would say to you, like put the line from here to here. Okay. So from means what? Ibtida. It is the start of the thing. Okay. So as we said, min comes in the Quran with different meanings. Sometimes comes bayaniya, okay, لبيان الجنس أو تبعيد, part of it. Okay. So I can say, for example, eat from the vegetables. Okay. So it means that to eat part of it. Okay. So this is sometimes the meaning of from or man تبعيضي. Here it is coming لابتداء الغاية, means what? It is starting from this place. It means that
flowing from.
Yes, so it is gushing from underneath. It is different. If you have, for example, a land and you are watering it, okay? Imagine this: that you have a garden or a land, and there is a flow of channel or a river that is flowing. So if there is someone over there that is going to plug the source, then you are not going to have the flow here, right? But if the river itself or the channel itself is being gushing from underneath you, so you are going to control it, right? So there is no fear that it might happen in some day it would stop from you. Okay? So min here, it is libtida al-ghaya, means that it's the start of the rivers. The rivers are gushing from this place and going to other places. So this actually it deals with the sense of security and sense of stability of the human being, that you are not caring about the other source or the source that is going to be stopped or something like this. And the ulama, they mention about what is the difference for this. They said that because here whenever that we're talking about the good people or the believers, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam would be with them always. So it is really the place where that the rivers are going to be gushed out. In other place, السابقون الأولون من المهاجرين والأنصار, he mentioned only that it goes underneath them, not from under, starting underneath. Because as they said that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam not with them, okay, not with them. This is what they said, and let us try to understand the meanings of the Quran and the articles and even the words of the Quran more and more by asking questions similar to this.
So basically, is it also has the meaning that the river that is talking in the ayah and the ayah of the Sabiqul Awwal
Yes.
is different river?
Yeah.
Higher level of
I'm not sure it is different river or maybe it is the same river, but they said that the difference that using the word itself, min, here in Surat Al-bainah, it means the start of the gushing, the source. But there in Surah Al-Tawbah or Sabiqun al-Awwalun? No, they said not. Maybe Allahu A'lam. Maybe the same river, maybe another river. We do not know. Okay. So, okay, this is only a hint regarding the last surah, which is Surah Al-Bainah. Now let's go inshallah to Surah Al-Zalzalah. Let's read it and then let's explain more about it inshallah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إذا زلزلت الأرض زلزالها وأخرجت الأرض أثقالها وقال الإنسان ما لها يومئذ تحدث أخبارها بأن ربك أوحى لها يومئذ يصدر الناس أشتاتا ليروا أعمالهم فمن يعمل مثقال ذرة خيرا يره ومن يعمل مثقال ذرة شرا يره Okay, so inshallah we're going to give the direct translation for Surah Al-Zalzalah, and then we can explain it inshallah in depth and analytical tafsir. So إذا زلزلت الأرض زلزالها means that when the earth is shaken with its final earthquake. وأخرجت الأرض أثقالها means and the earth discharges its burdens. وقال الإنسان ما لها and man says what is wrong with it. يومئذ تحدث أخبارها and that day it will report its news. بأن ربك أوحى لها because your Lord has commanded it. يومئذ يصدر الناس أشتاتا ليروا أعمالهم that day the people would depart or will depart separated into categories to be shown the result of their deeds. فمن يعمل مثقال ذرة خيرا يره so whoever does an atom's weight of good will see it. ومن يعمل مثقال ذرة شرا يره and whoever does an atom's weight of evil will see it. So this is the meaning or the direct translation of Surah Al-Zalzalah. Let's go inshallah with the main tafsir and the in-depth and analytical tafsir. First, let's give an introduction about it, the names of the surah. The names of the surah. The ulama actually they mentioned that it has different names. So one of the names is Surah Al-Zalzalah. Okay. Another name is Az-Zilzal. And the other name is إذا زلزلت. So we have three different names for it, and all of them actually they are giving the same meaning. Okay. قال الآلوسي هي مكية في قول ابن عباس ومجاهد وعطاء ومدنية في قول مقاتل وقتادة. Actually the ulama they have also different argumentation regarding whether it is Makki or Madani. And Al-Alusi he mentioned this different opinion amongst the ulama. And it seems that it is Makkiyah according to Tarjih or the most right opinion of the recent ulama like Wasit, Tantawy and other Al-Tahrir wa Tanwir and so on. Because they said that it has a reason. لأن حديث أهوال يوم القيامة, the events that would happen on the trial and tribulation that is going to happen in the day of judgment and last day, it is a characteristic of the Meccan suras in general, chapters. So that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives more details about the Ahwal Yawm al-Qiyamah, about the day of judgment. And also Ibn-Katheer, he mentioned about this that he didn't mention any opinion regarding that it has been revealed in Medina. Ibn-Katheer, as you know, he is a great commentator of the Quran, and he didn't mention about Al-Medina at all, or didn't mention that it has been revealed. So this gives a weight to that it has been revealed on Mecca. Okay. وعدد آياتها 8 آيات في المصحف الكوفي و9 في غيره. That the number of the ayat 8 verses, and in other مصاحف it is 9 verses. وسبب الاختلاف, there is the reason for this in the آية يومئذ يصدر الناس أشتاتا ليروا أعمالهم. هل هو آيتان أو آية واحدة? The ulama, they have, or the reciters, they have different, stopping here, which is يوم يصدر الناس أشتاتا. Stop here or not? So some ulama, they said that it is one ayah, other ulama, they said it's 2 ayah. Okay, let's go now to maqasid al-surah. Actually, this is an important issue that I want to talk about. Whenever that you read Surat Al-zalzalah, okay, start with, what is the thing that we start with Surat Al-zalzalah? إذا زلزلت الأرض زلزالها. Okay, what does it bring to you whenever that you read zilzal or zalzala? What does it bring to you? Yes, it's the earthquake. It is what? The what?
Afraid from the day of.
Yes, to be afraid from the day of judgment, right? Well, I want to address here, look to this ayah, this beautiful ayah, this beautiful surah actually, even that it's very short, 8 or 9 verses, short surah. But actually it has an intensive dose for the people at the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, and for us as well. This is the miraculous, this is the miracle of the Quran, that it deals with people 1500 years ago, and it deals with us as well. And it will deal with the people after 1000 years after. Why? First of all, whenever that you read this ayah, in general, if you look in generally, you are talking in the first part is إِذَا زُلْزِلَتِ الْأَرْضُ زِلْزَالَهَا وَأَخْرَجَتِ الْأَرْضُ أَثْقَالَهَا. It is talking about the day of judgment. And before that, it's talking about what will happen for the earth that we are staying here. If you go back to the Meccan period, in the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, the people were what? I mean in the Mecca, especially in Mecca, they are having Al-Bayt al-Haram, and the people and the tribes and the caravans coming from every place, coming to them, make pilgrimage every year. They are making very nice trades with them. The people of Quraysh in general, they have a fame and having the fame and having this status in the Arabian Peninsula in general, that they are like honorable people because they are Sadanatul Bayt. They are the people who are taking care of Al-Bayt. So they having the sense of what? Stability, right? Stable. We are stable. And even for the other empires that is surrounding them, the Persian Empire or the Byzantine Empire, okay, they are not thinking even about invading them, okay, because they are separated, secluded, and they do not have these kind of attractive things for the empires. So they are stable. The first thing that whenever that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was preaching the people of Quraysh and saying to them that I have received a new revelation and there is a Quran and there is one God and so on, the first thing that they were confronting him with is what? Do you remember? Do you remember what was the first thing they were confronting Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam with? What is the main fear inside them toward the new da'wah, toward the new calling of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam?
They will lose
the pride, the fame, the trade. They are going to lose all of this. Means that we are going to lose everything. We're not going to be stable. Okay? They think, or they thought back then, that they are going to be stable forever. And this is actually one of the affliction, one of the diseases of the modern life as well. That we think that we are going to be stable in this dunya. That we are going to be always stable. Even that you are in trial and tribulations, you are seeking for stability in whatever aspect that you are doing in this dunya, right? But actually the reality is not like this. You are, sooner or later, you are going to face the trials and tribulations. And the point, and the wise person who is going to prepare himself will. This ayah is like shaking people. Before, in Surat Al-bainah, what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was dealing with the people. What is the main theme of the ayat in Surat Al-bainah? It was like what? The evidence, the proof, Al-bainah. وَمَا تَفَرَّقَ الَّذِينَ أُوتُوا الْكِتَابَ إِلَّا مِنْ بَعْدِ مَا جَاءَتْهُمْ الْبَيِّنَةُ. He is dealing with what? the intellectual part. Whenever that you are having argumentation with anyone, you are trying to convince him with what? With the logic, with the clear proof, with the bainah, with the kitab, with something like this. But some people, they are so stubborn that they are shuttering their minds and shuttering their eyes and saying that I do not believe in whatever that you are calling for. It's not suitable for me. If it's going to let me lose my fame, my trade, my stability, then I do not want to be convinced with this. It's not the conviction point of view. It is what? It is something psychological. And this is what this surah is dealing with. Those people, they are not going to be convinced, even it's a clear proof. And this is actually one of the people of Quraysh. They said that we were like, for a Sayrihan, that we were like two horses in a contest. And then they said that we are taking care of the Kaaba. Then we said, okay, we are taking care of the pilgrims. And then now they are claiming they have a prophet. How come that we are going to claim that we have a prophet? Okay, so sometimes the mental and intellectual argument would not go with some people. Some people, they are not going to be convinced with this. This ayah is something else. This is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in the Quran, وَلَقَدْ صَرَّفْنَا فِي هَذَا الْقُرْآنِ, means that we have give different patterns. Because the people are different. Some people, if you are going to tell him about the paradise, his heart will be softened. And he will pray and do everything good. Other people, if you are going to say paradise, say, no, I do not care about paradise. This is my own paradise. But you need to what? Threaten him. This is why in the Quran there are a lot of ayat for threatening. Other people, they want to what? I'm sorry?
Argument.
Yes. Some people, they want the logic. Then we can give them the logic. Some people, they are not going to be moved unless that you say to them that your destiny is going to be in trivial or in vain, unless that you have something good in this life. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving this ayah. This is one of the first maqsad of this ayah. إِذَا زُلْزِلَتِ الْأَرْضُ زِلْزَالَهَا means that you should, in the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and also we think that the stability that we are living in, it will not last forever. It will cut and end at one period of time. This is number one. Number two is, well, if we are going to be resurrected, if you are claiming this, well, we believe in that there is day of judgment. No problem with this. Who is going to take care about our deeds and actions? Are they going to be counted? That if the people of Quraysh, they were like, whenever that they gave a birth for a baby girl, they took it, slaughtered it, buried. That's it for them. No one cares about anything. Nobody counts. They are not going to be accused with any kind of crime. Right? So everything that they are doing is what? Is not counted. There is no sense of what? Accountability. Reckoning. The point is, whenever I say to you that you are going to study for the study in the year, okay, and there is no exam, okay, and there is no exam at the end, what will happen? Let me bring my water because it's extremely cold. Okay, I think minus 10 or minus 11, minus 13. Yes, you need to just get together like this so that you can warm one another. So the second point I was talking is, yes, the second maqsad of this ayah, which is the second main purpose of this ayah, that remember well that you are going to go in this dunya, you are going to be in this dunya. Remember that you are not going to be unchecked. You are going to be checked. You are going to be tested at the end. And everything is going to be counted. And everything is being recorded. This is an important because what here? إِذَا زُلْزِلَتِ الْأَرْضُ زِلْزَالَهَا وَأَخْرَجَتِ الْأَرْضُ أَثْقَالَهَا وَقَالَ الْإِنسَانُ مَا لَهَا يَوْمَئِذٍ تُحَدِّثُ أَخْبَارَهَا. That in that day, it is going to tell, تشهد, as Rasulullah said in hadith, تشهد على كل عبد وأمة, that is going to witness on every slave and every female slave as well, that you have did that and you have done that, this and that. This is what the earth is going to tell. Then another thing that is very important, that whenever that you are going to tell the people, there is a day of gathering after you have, for example, in our academic life, that you're going to study for 1 year. And at the end, there is no exam. What will happen? I mean that mentally, physically, inside you, you are not going to study that much, right? There is no exam, there is no marking, there is no grades, there is nothing, right? What will happen inside you? That you are going to have inside you a sign or a kind of impulse that no problem, I can do whatever that I want to do. So maybe the gathering with in front of people, it's okay, but the problem is if you are going to go without being unchecked and sense of reckoning and accountability there, then you are going to do whatever that you want. Here, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is dealing with this psychological part, which is hidden deep inside you. Actually, us and the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they were doing everything. They were like people saying like this, وَمَنْ لَا يَظْلِمُ النَّاسَ يُظْلَمُ. They were like saying like this, the person who is not oppressing others, he's going to be oppressed. So you need to what? To oppress other. You need to be aggressive. This is the way they are living in that era of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So they are doing everything. No one cares about me. But here, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that take care, that everything is going to be checked. Again, this is the mentality for the people who are not being convinced, as I said. And after that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala at the end of the ayat, He mentioned about the لِيُرَوْا أَعْمَالَهُم فَمَنْ يَعْمَلْ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ خَيْرًا يَرَى وَمَنْ يَعْمَلْ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ شَرًّا يَرَى. This actually deals with the last main purpose of this surah, which is what? That you are going to come on the day of judgment, and you are going to be, everything going to be recorded, and you are going to be what? Alone, not with your tribe. The problem in the previous ayah, not in the previous ayah, the previous ayah, Iqra. The last ayat was what? Abu Jahl was doing what with Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam? He was threatening him with his gang. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned that فَلْيَدْعُ نَادِيَ سَنَدْعُ الزَّبَانِيَ. What is the talk here? What is the logic here? That Abu Jahl think that I am going to bring my gang and then I'm going to threaten you or I'm going to stop you. They have this mentality of group, of tribe, that we are going to actually no, in the day of judgment, no. Forget about this idea. There is no tribes, there is no family, there is no nations, there is no groups, no. You are going to be held accountable alone, individually. And then take care of this. So actually this even very short surah, it breaks and destroys 3 main, like wrong understandings in the psychological deep part of the human being that was there in the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and also in our time. But now, think about the people now, about these kind of things, you'll find that they are not caring. First of all, regarding the sense of stability, if you think or if you deal or if you talk with any non-believer, then the most important thing for him is stability in life. I want to be stable with my family, and that's it. No, this is not right. You are going to be in the day of judgment facing it. And the second main purpose, which is related to that everything is going to be counted for you, then the people who are making a great deal of falsification and cheating, lying, killing and so on, and they think that they are going to make it through and no one would check them or no one would hold them accountable. No, you are going to be accountable. And the last thing, that you are going to be individual. These 3 main purposes of this nice and beautiful surah that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is mentioned about this. Let's go now to the analytical tafsir, which is the verse by verse. Yes?
I'm not sure, but I heard there is fadl of reading this surah.
Yes, إِذَا زُلْزِلَتِ الْأَرْضُ زِلْزَالَهَا.
Yes.
Virtues.
There's like قُلْ هُوَ Ahad is still in the Quran.
Yeah.
This one also has fadl, like Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam recommended us to read it.
Yes, that's right. As we are going to see in the hadith, that it is like Al-Kafiya. He was mentioning about something that is this ayah. Who understand it actually, and who read it and understand it, it is sufficient. I'm going to mention this hadith inside. And again, the virtues, as we said, sometimes you'll find that some hadith giving that Surat Qul Huwallahu Ahad, for example, is going to be like 1/3 of the Ta'adul Thuluth al-Qur'an and so on. So whenever that you read Surat Qul Huwallahu Ahad or Qul Huwallahu Ahad 3 times, then you're as if that you are reciting the Quran. There is important concept here. There is difference between al-jaza' wal-ijza'. Al-jaza' wal-ijza' means that, yes, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said about reciting only this Qul Huwallahu Ahad, very short surah, it will give you, the reward of half, 1/3. Okay, but the point is reading the whole Quran. Okay, reading the whole Quran. Of course, it will have a lot of other virtues that is not in Qul Huwallahu Ahad. So al-jaza', yes, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says this is okay, but whenever we say al-ijza', no, it will not make ijza' for Al-Quran. It will not. You need to read Quran. Okay, so nobody says that in the Ramadan, for example, I'm going to read Qul Huwallahu Ahad 3 times and then this is 1 khatma and I can make 100 khatma in one day. So this is not right. Yes. Ijza' means that Ijza' means that mu'adala. It is like the ransom. Ijza', this is a kind of thing. Whenever yes, it is different than ajr. Ajr, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that the reward is the same. 1/3 is okay. But ijza' means that the Quran in itself, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put a lot of virtues in it. So one surah, one Qul Huwallahu Ahad will not give 1/3 in al-ijza'. Al-ijza', it is something else. That the whole Quran, or even 1/3 of the Quran, it has a lot of things. Okay? So
like ijza', like read it 3 times and no need to read Quran.
Yes, that's right. For example, whenever that a person is giving a charity, okay, and in this charity you can give the minimum amount, okay, minimum amount. Let's assume, for example, $100, for example, okay. This will be okay as if we say this is for the zakah. It is tujzi'ak. Tujzi'ak means that it is okay. It is enough for you. But what about other person that he give the charity like $1,000? Actually, the $10 and $1,000, both they are make ijza' for you for what? For the zakah. But everyone yes, this is ijza', means that it will make it okay for you regarding this ruling from Allah. Okay, but what is hidden in the charity of the $1,000, because of the niyyah and because the people that is going to be benefiting from them, higher than the $10 only. Do you understand this? So sometimes al-ijza', they are going to be the same, but the benefits from both is different. Okay? And al-jaza', Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, why we say jaza' the same, or 1/3? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that. There are hidden meaning in Qul Huwallahu Ahad, which is very nice. Okay? But we cannot say they are the same and do it in a way that is not benefiting you, as we said in khatamat and so on. This is not right. Okay.
Actually, Ajza is also in Urdu language, means kinds of things. Ajza. We alif jim zal alif hamza.
Yes, it is that.
No,
Yes.
Ajza in Arabic means parts.
Yes, parts. In Urdu, also.
So many you can say that kinds or parts.
I see.
And jaza means some kind of badla.
Yes, reward.
Reward.
Yes, reward.
In
Yeah.
Urdu, it's the same.
The same also in Urdu. I see. I think this is the.
Professor, he said maybe you confuse between
No, I understand.
Ajza and Ijza.
Ijza, yeah. Ajza and Ijza.
Yeah. It is ijza. And ajza, it's different. It's some parts, but ijza, ijza means that it is sufficient for you to do this. What is the meaning? This is the meaning of it. Okay. First, let's start with إذا زلزلت الأرض. إذا زلزلت. إذا, according to the ulama, they mention that إذا. Let me check the. إذا, whenever it comes in the beginning of a sentence, it means that there is conditional phrase here. Okay. For example, whenever that we say, when you come, this is like a conditional thing, like if then in English, okay? if this happened, but not if, when this happened. Then this will happen and happen. Okay. So افتتاح الكلام بظرف الزمان. This is what تحرير التنوير سيد طارق بن عاشور. مع إطالة الجمل المضافة إليها مضاف إليها الظرف تشويق إلى متعلق الظرف. إذ المقصود ليس توقيت الصدور الناس ليروا أعمالهم بل وقوع الإخبار بل وقوع الحدث. What is the meaning of this? Actually the surah is starting like this. إذا زلزلت الأرض زلزالها. And then وأخرجت الأرض أثقالها. وقال الإنسان ما لها. يومئذ. This is the response of the starting conditional phrase. So after 3 phrases or 3 verses, then this is what will happen. إذا زلزلت الأرض. What will happen? يومئذ تحدث يومئذ يصدر الناس أشتاتا ليروا أعمالهم. So whenever that you start with something, the conditional article like إذا, and then give a lot of sentences of phrase, this makes what in your in the way that you are listening, tashwiq. Tashwiq means what? Means that it makes you like waiting for the results. Okay, waiting for what will happen there. Okay, what will happen there. So this is what we call it tashwiq, that making you waiting so much for the result. As they are making in marketing and so on, they are like trying to market a product, right? And then they are telling about description about the product. And at the end, they give or they show the product, right? It's a way for attracting the consumers' attractions. Okay?
Professor, it is in the positive sense or negative sense?
Either?
Because
Yes.
in Urdu there is a word tashweet. We say that worrying about something.
Tashweet.
Tashwish and tashwish.
Tashwish. Okay. No, tashwish is different. Tashwish means that to make the people confused. But tashwiq means that to make them waiting or making them attracted to something that is going to happen.
In marketing, they also do something like this. They start the ad after 1 week. Wait for something.
And then. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, what?
And after 1 week, suddenly they show their product that this is what you are getting.
Yeah, that's right. Grand open or something, and then make like exclamation mark. It's a way, yes, for the people to, and this is the way also in the Quran for attracting the people. Okay. ومعنى زلزلت حركت تحريكا شديدا. So وافتتح الكلام. This is what actually the ulama they said. افتتح الكلام بظرف الزمان إذا لإفادة تحقق وقوع الشرط. It is for the certainty of the shart, the condition. إذا زلزلت. It is not like if you come, then I will meet you. This means that you might come or not come, right? This is an F. But when, it is something else, that you are certainly coming. Okay, when you come means that already I am making a deal, or already I have done a deal with you that you're going to come. That I say that to you, that when you come, then go to the right room, I'm going to meet you, for example. It doesn't mean that you might come or not. No, you are going to come. This is the meaning of إذا here. لتحقق وقوع الشرط. إذا زلزلت, it is a passive form. Okay, زلزلت الأرض زلزالها. زلزلت means that زلزل الله الأرض. Okay, this is the active form. The passive form means that we are going to omit the subject الفاعل, and then يبنى على المفعول or مبني للمجهول, means that الفاعل is already omitted, which is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the Arabs in general, whenever, or even in our Arabic language, whenever that we omit the subject and make the form to be passive form, this means what? In your English or in your language, I think that in Urdu also you can, in Bahasa also you can do it, right? You can omit the subject and just say, like for example, I will do this. So whenever that I'm talking with you, then I'm going to say, it's done. Means what? It's done means what? And instead of saying that I will do it, I said it's done. You are talking to me that we want to do something.
You are sure about doing it.
Yes, that's right.
No doubt about it.
Yes, and it's easy also to be done. And who is going to do it? It's known that I am going to do it. So it is because we know who are going to do it, which is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, easy to do it. and placing emphasis on what is going to happen. It's not the importance of who is going to do it. The importance what's going to happen. إذا زلزلت الأرض. This is the زلزلت مبني المجهول. الذي إذا زلزلت الأرض زلزالها الذي لا يماثله زلزال آخر في شدته وعظمته كما قال الله تعالى سورة النحل يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم إن زلزلة الساعة شيء عظيم. في بداية سورة النحل, in the beginning of سورة النحل, Allah سبحانه وتعالى says يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم إن زلزلة الساعة شيء عظيم. And subhanallah, whenever you think about zilzal and so on, recently it was in Indonesia also, there was a tsunami actually, a devastating tsunami. How many people killed there? Hundreds. Subhanallah. And also in 2005, I remember, there was another big tsunami. 2004. Okay.
And also, usually, few months ago.
Yeah, also. So it is a vulnerable and prone area for tsunamis and so on. Subhanallah, if you look to the footage of the tsunami, I watched one footage, and the people were making concert or something like this, and the tsunami, subhanallah. Whenever you think about this, and you can really understand what is the meaning of the Day of Judgment, that everything was devastated. It was really taking everything in front of it. And subhanallah, zilzal, it is really devastating in its nature. It is different even than the volcano or the thunder or the wind or tornado. Maybe similar to tornado, but tornado, still you have the earth is stable. But earthquake, it's really big, big event. This is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala use it. And the point is zulzilat, because in that day you are going to find that the people. Did you face this event before? I mean, that in your country. I mean, that in Indonesia, maybe you faced in 2004. You was a child, I think, and
yes, but
in
it's
Algeria.
not like
Very severe,
yes.
like this. Yes.
But we see the videos like when it was earthquake in Japan or in some subcontinent in some part.
Yes.
The buildings are shaking like this.
Yes. So it is
many
very.
times I feel like it wake you. Like
Yeah, that's
you're
right.
Sleeping and you feel that.
Yes, it is something.
But we feel a lot of fear at that time. That what is happening?
Yeah, that's right. At this time, yes, at that time, if you think about what is the feeling that is inside you, inside that at this particular time, you will understand what is the meaning of the zilzal. That first of all, that's the actual meaning. That first, you are having concern about yourself and the people that is with you, but actually now the time is not even giving you opportunity for this, for taking care even about the people around you or with you, okay, and taking care of yourself. It is something, it's a calamity, okay. Then this is the point that is really against stability, that is going to be the earthquake, and with the devastating nature and whatever the psychological effect that you are going to have deep inside you.
Actually, you're right, Professor. We were in one room, like friends in one room, and we were sleeping. No one awake the other. Everyone went.
Yes.
Run away.
Yes.
And then outside, when it's done, like after the earthquake,
We started to.
No, they found that realized that he went out without clothes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then when they realized what are they doing.
That's exactly
it's
the same.
Very nothing.
And this is what Rasulullah ﷺ mentioned when Sayyidah Aisha was mentioning that the people are going to be resurrected in the Day of Judgment. Hufah, ura, ghurlan, means that they are going to be naked and barefooted. And they are not going to, to have any clothes or something. Sayyidah Aisha asked it that the people are not going to look to one another. He said that there is no one is interested in this. Because in the time of the zilzal or some time like this, are you going to look to the people, the private parts? No, it's not the time. Even that you can see, but you are not going to look and you are not going to concentrate. It's the time of the life time. This is similar what will happen in the Day of Judgment. And the point is, we are not going to take care even of our family members. That the most beloved people to you, they are not going to look to you and you are not going to look to them in the Day of Judgment. So this is actually something that is very.
Actually, it's happened in this world where something happened and people were looking into it. they were completely naked, but they are running away in Mina 2012.
Okay.
The Haram is-
Yeah, that's
they're
right.
fully naked, they don't care about the
Naked.
future.
Yes, they run. Yes, that's right. That's right. Because the life is very, very precious for the person. Subhanallah. Okay. And let's go to the word zalzalah in general in Arabic. This is a linguistic, point of view. In Arabic, in general, zalzalah, it is, as you can see, it is what? It is from two syllables that is being repeated. Zalzalah. And actually in Arabic we have zalla. Zalla, it is فعل ثلاثي مع التجديد في آخره, means that your foot is slipping. Okay? So that whenever that you're slipping, this is the meaning of zalla in Arabic. And whenever that you are making tad'if or making repetition, this means that really it is something that is going to go and stop, go and stop, go and stop. And this is what Sheikh Al-shankeety في أضواء البيان, he mentioned about this. He mentioned about this part from the linguistic point of view in Arabic, that whenever that you have التكرار زلزلة أو التضعيف, yes, like عسعس فكبكبوا فيها هم والغاوين, كبة, okay, وسوسة. Okay, this means what? Waswasa means what? What is the Satan is coming? It is different than whispering, than in Hamd. Yes, coming, going, stop, going again and stop, and then going again, stop, going again. This means what? It is a kind of attack. But this attack with the, with this going, stopping, it makes confusion, and maybe you are going to surrender to it. Okay, this is why even in Surat Shu'ara, I guess, فَكُبْكِبُوا فِيهَا هُمْ وَالْغَاوُونَ. Kubkibu means what? To go with your head first and your body after that. And the people are going above you, like their heads and their body after that. You can imagine? This is the meaning of the التكرار والتضعيف also. Okay, تضعيف means تضعيف like رجة, like حجة, something like this, for example. This means like a sense of تكرار, repetition, that is there. Okay. And they said that إذا زلزلت الأرض, after that, الأرض. Okay, الأرض, it is the earth that we are living in. But as we said many times, in the Quran, the word may have different wujuh. Okay? So الأرض sometimes comes with the meaning of Al-Jannah. Okay? It comes with the meaning of Al-Jannah. In Surat Al-Zumar, Alhamdulillah الذي أورثنا الأرض نتبوأ من الجنة حيث نشاء. Right? So this is Al-Ard here means Al-Jannah. Sometimes Al-Ard comes with the name of some place like Egypt. It comes in Quran with the name of Egypt. Okay? اجعلني على خزائن الأرض. Yusuf was telling the Pharaoh or the king, اجعلني على خزائن الأرض, make me a treasurer on the treasures of the land. The land here means Egypt. Okay? So Al-Ard comes with the different places. And here Al-Ard, it is the Ard, that is the earth that we are living on. Okay? And subhanallah, in the day of judgment will also تبدل يوم تبدل الأرض غير الأرض والسماوات, that the earth is going to be and the land is going to be changed. Okay? How? Allahu A'lam. But there is a great deal of change in this dunya. Okay, yes.
The Quraysh people, they already knew about Earth at that time? Like they were living in one planet?
Yes, you mean that they are in the same, Yes, they know the earth means that they are living, al-basita, they are living on. But do they have the notion or the understanding that it is like something sphere and so on? I don't think so.
But they can differentiate that.
Yeah.
A different body. We see the moon.
The moon, yes,
and
they
the
can
sun.
tell this is the moon, this is the star, this is the
a
earth.
different body.
Yes, the ard here, this is an important question. The ard for them, it is this land. That's it. They do not care whether it is sphere or not sphere. It is the mabsuta. It is in front of them. Okay. إذا زلزلت الأرض زلزالها. زلزالها. Whenever we repeat the word in Arabic in the same sentence, it means that emphasis on something. Actually, it should be like this. إذا زلزلت الأرض زلزالة. This is, we call it مفعول مطلق. Maf'ul mutlaq means that literal meaning it is absolute object. Like whenever that I say, I beat him a beat or a great beat. It is in Arabic like akramtuhu ikraman, that I have been generous to him in a way that is very high. Okay, this is the meaning. Whenever in Arabic, whenever that you repeat a word, this means that you have reached a high level in this action, for example, like being generous to people or to one. But the point is here, the word akramtuhu ikraman, okay, zulzilat al-ardu zilzalaha, zilzal, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned zilzal, and then there is ha. At the end there is ha, zilzalaha, zilzalaha. The ulama, they said that al-ha, it has different significances. It might, zilzalaha means that it is indicating the earth again. Lil'ahd means that to know that إذا زلزلت الأرض زلزالا, it is related to the earth. So the zilzal coming from the earth. This is one understanding. And zilzalaha, look at this word. Ha here, it is what? It is giving the understanding that this is the most weighted action for the earth. Like what? I'm going to tell you an example. Akramtu Zaydan ikraman, and akramtu Zaydan ikramuhu. Akramtu Zaydan ikramahu. Means what? Ikramahu, the second one, I added ha. Okay? The ha means what? The ha means that I have been generous to him in the way that he deserved. Because if I say لَقَدْ أَكْرَمْتُهُ إِكْرَامًا, yes, I have given him a great deal of generosity, but maybe the generosity, maybe it is small or medium or large. I do not know. But it was, yes, emphasis, but I do not know which one exactly. You will not know. But whenever I say that, for example, my brother came and I have been generous to him in the limit that he deserved, then you are understanding that he is a big figure, for example, someone that is highly respected, then I have done something very great too. Ha is giving this meaning here. Zilzalaha. It is the earthquake that is really deserved by the earth. And the earth, it is very huge, okay? Billion and billion of people there. So it is the zilzal, it is the meaning like the zilzal, the earthquake that is going to be there. It is not like any other zilzal that you have encountered in your life. Okay? It is the lifetime performance. For a person, for example, whenever he is performing well, then you say that this is your lifetime performance. This is the lifetime. You are not going to do something better in the future, and you've done something better than that in the past. This is the lifetime. Okay? And it means also, in the same time, ha here means like what? إِذَا زُلْزِلَتِ الْأَرْضُ زِلْزَالَهَا. It is something like highly connected to it. Like, for example, sometimes we say that in Arabic actually, and it is the word itself is not right from the legislative point of view, but we commonly use it in our country. Like we say, for example, لَعِبْ الْقَدَرْ لِعْبَتُهُ. Okay, that the destiny or the fate has played its game. Yes. Actually, the qadar we know well, that is from the legislative point of view, everything in the hands of Allah. But this is the common people, they say like this. What is the meaning of this word or this sentence? Means that like the destiny is like having something embedded in it and waiting to make it. Okay? It's something like whenever that you are specialist or skillful in something, you are waiting until that you do it, okay, in front of people. This is the same. إِذَا زُلْزِلَتِ الْأَرْض زِلْزَالَهَا. That is waiting for decades, for thousands of years, until that it will make the zilzal that has not been before. This is the meaning of al-ha. SubhanAllah, this is the word ha, only one letter, but it gives these meanings. Okay?
I want to question there, as you said that it will be rewarded to the earth or something like that. Means this earth is waiting for the kind of commandment from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then
exactly.
When it happened and he means willingly to shake himself or something like that.
Yeah, that's right. That's very true. Because at the end, at the day of judgment, my fingers. No, it's okay. But no. Make it for this. This will make me.
Yes.
This is why it's not working. You should turn it on.
That's
No, turn it on. Turn the air condition on. It will work, inshallah.
I thought it's working.
No, it's working.
It's not working because the wings are not moving.
So
Now the
Yes. No. It's not It was not working. Now I think it will start.
yeah now.
So,
Anyway.
Professor, some scientists say that the effect of the gravity of the moon is
Yeah.
such that the gravity of the effect is smaller, but it stabilizes the Earth.
Yes.
So they say that if there is no moon, Earth starts vibrating.
Yeah, that's right. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created a lot of things to make the earth to be stabilized. The al-jibal, the mountains actually,
Yes.
stabilizers for the earth and the moon and so on. This is a perfect, universe Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created. So what we were talking about? Yes, and then you said that the earth. And
waiting for
yes, the earth will. In the day of judgment, things that are not talking in dunya, they are going to talk in the day of judgment. Okay? So do not think that because here tuhaddith akhbara, the ulama, they have different meanings here. And most of the ulama, they said that tuhaddith means that it's going to say something. Yes, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would make earth by some way, to talk, to speak. So things that we think that it will not talk, it has no soul, and there is no willing and so on. No, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would put, as you and me, we are actually nothing except some mud or dust, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blew the ruh in us. So similar it's not an imagination, it's not fancy, it's not fairy tales that we're talking here. It is something happening. Okay? Because the non-believers are always accusing or not attacking us from these points. Say that you are telling some fairy tales about your messenger and about Allah. No, it's not like this. It is logic. The point is وَفِي أَنفُسِكُمْ. That is actually سَنُرِيهِمْ آيَاتِنَا فِي الْآفَاقِ وَفِي أَنفُسِهِمْ حَتَّى يَعْلَمُوا أَنَّهُ الْحَقُّ. That we are going to let them know that the ayat and the verses and the signs in themselves, until they are going to realize that this is the truth. Okay.
Professor,
Yes.
is most of the passive voice like zulzilat means Allah does it in the Quran?
No, it should be always related to the subject. Maybe Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would not be the subject. Okay. Okay. And next, إذا زلزلت الأرض زلزالها. Okay. الأرض زلزالها. And زلزالها in the Quran in general, or there are two قراءات here. إذا زلزلت الأرض زلزالها وإذا زلزلت الأرض زلزالها. Both are two قراءات. And they said that the difference here, that zilzal, it is masdar, and zalzal, it is ism masdar. I tried to find the difference. Actually, there are some people, they are giving some difference, but I couldn't get the meaning exactly. What is the main difference between the two? Okay? So it is ism masdar, as we said, it is masdar. Zilzal means masdar. Okay? It is a great, making emphasis on the hawl hadha al-yawm. It is horrific day. And then, after that, the second ayah is وَأَخْرَجَتِ الْأَرْضُ أَثْقَالَهَا. وَأَخْرَجَتِ الْأَرْضُ أَثْقَالَهَا. Akhrajat means that to expel out, okay, to drive out. Sometimes, actually, أثقالها, ثقل means that, like the burden that is inside. And the people and the jinn, both of them, we call it الثقلان. They are like burden. Whenever, according to hadith to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and Abu Ubaidah al-Akhfash, إذا كان, this is actually not hadith, this is one of the sayings of قال أبو عبيدة al-Akhfash, إذا كان الميت في جوف الأرض فهو ثقل لها. Whenever the dead body inside the earth, ثقل لها أو ثقل لها. And وإذا كان فوقها فهو ثقل عليها, means that ثقل عليها. So our bodies, now we are ثقل على الأرض. Okay? And whenever that we go inside the earth, we are going to be ثقل لها. Okay? So this is why وإنما سمي الجن والإنس بالثقلين لأن الأرض تثقل بهم, because the al-ard, it is like, they are like weights, burdens in it. So this is why سنفرغ لكم أيها الثقلين means that we are going to ثقلين here means that al-jinn wal-ins. Okay, and this is the meaning. ثقل means burden, and you and I and the jinn, they are burden on this earth. وأخرجت الأرض أثقالها. وأخرجت الأرض. Again, here, al-ard. Whenever that إظهار في مقام الإضمار لقصد التهويل. Yes. Here, if I said that the verse like this, إذا زلزلت الأرض زلزالها وأخرجت أثقالها. Is there a difference in meaning? وأخرجت أثقالها. You know, who is going to make the...
Actually, there is the difference. The first one is passive, and this one is active. So it's like...
وإذا زلزلت الأرض زلزالها. Now that the ard has been shaken, and then وأخرجت الأرض أثقالها. This is active, yes. So it will make it.
Can be وأخرجت.
وأخرجت أثقالها. Yes, but okay. So why it is not passive here in this one? Yes, I don't know actually about this. But anyway, the ulama, they give emphasis on al-ard again, because here Ataher-ibn Ashoor, he said that إظهار الأرض في مقام الإضمار لقصد التهويل. That whenever that I say that the person, for example, the person came, okay, and the person or this brother, he did this and did that, and the brother did that and did that. What I want to say is that is emphasis, confirmation that he is the person. This is also again al-izhar fi maqam al-idmar liqasd al-tahwil. That Allah repeats this word again, al-ard, again, to for confirmation. Wal-athqal jam'u thiql بكسر ثقل, as we said, وهو المتاع الثقيل ويطلق على المتاع النفيس. أثقال, it is جمع ثقل, the plural of ثقل. ثقل, whenever there is something that is very precious, then we call it ثقل. Okay, this is in Arabic language. Okay. أخرجت الأرض أثقالها والتعريف في الإنسان. Okay, أثقالها. It seems as if that the earth is having what inside it, like something precious inside it. And thiql, the burden also, it means that, like whenever that I give you some burdens, then it is like you are like having and taking this burden and moving with it for a long time. But at the end you want what? At the end, yes, you want to relieve yourself, you want to take it off. Okay, this is as it is. Subhanallah, even the theme line of the verses makes the earth as if a human being or someone that has intellect and is trying to وَأَخْرَجَتِ الْأَرْضُ أَثْقَالَهَا, that now the earth is going to expel and drives out all of its thiqal. Okay, and then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala وَأَخْرَجَتِ الْأَرْضُ أَثْقَالَهَا, and then وَقَالَ الْإِنسَانُ ما لها. الإنسان وقال الإنسان here تعريف الجنس المفيد للاستغراق. الإنسان here, they have different opinions in the ulama regarding الإنسان. As we said, الإنسان, it's sometimes we are making indication or giving the word for insan, but actually it indicates the human being. Here Ataher-ibn Ashoor mentioned that الإنسان تعريف الجنس المفيد للاستغراق, all the human being. Other people, they said that this is only for al-kafir, for the non-believer, because the non-believer does not believe in the day of judgment, but actually the believer, he knows about it, so no need for him to ask about this. But actually some ulama, they said that, and other ulama, they said that, but here Ataher-ibn Ashoor and other actual ulama, they mentioned that it is lam al-jins. Okay, it is الصغرى. أي وقال الناس ما لها, أي الناس الذين هم أحياء ففزعوا وقال بعضهم لبعض أو قال كل أحد في نفسه حتى استوى في ذلك الجبان والشجاع. And actually here he is mentioning that all the people are going to say, even that the courageous one and the non-courageous, the believer and non-believer, all the people, because shiddatul hawl, horrific day. This is what he say. Okay. قال الجمل وفي المراد بالإنسان هنا قولان. So the علماء الجمل, حاشية الجمل, he mentioned قولان. أحدهما أنه اسم جنس يعم المؤمن والكافر. So الإنسان يعم المؤمن والكافر, whether المؤمن or الكافر. وهذا يدل على قول من جعل الزلزلة من أشراط الساعة. Because at that day, it is the signs of the last day. So the ulama, they said, if this is the signs of the last day, then mu'min wal kafir, they are going in this terrible situation. والثاني, the second opinion, أنه الكافر خاصة, وهذا يدل على قول من جعلها زلزلة القيامة. And the other opinion that they said الكافر only, as we said. وقال الإنسان ما لها. Okay. Look here to ما لها. استفهام عن الشيء الذي ثبت الأرض ولزمها لأن اللام تفيد الاختصاص. Whenever that there is something is happening in front of you, or someone is doing something that is weird, you're going to say, what is wrong with him? What is going with him? What is the wrong with him? Right? ما لها. And here الاستفهام for what? للتعجب. You're not expecting this. Actually, this gives to what? It actually pours in the same main purpose that we have mentioned before, which is what? The people are a little bit exclaimed about what is happening here. This is, we didn't see the earth doing like this. Okay. نزلت الأرض منزلة قاصد مريد يتساءل الناس عن قصده من فعل هذا. As we said, it is like a human being that the people, what is wrong with her or with, instead of it, it is here, the earth, for example. Okay. وقال الإنسان ما لها. يومئذ, now this is جواب الشرط. We started with إذا زلزلت الأرض. Now جواب الشرط, which is the response of this condition. Okay, the second part. يومئذ تحدث أخبارها. هي جواب إذا باعتبار ما أبدل. واليوم تطلق على النهار مع ليله. يومئذ, يوم, اليوم in the Quran يطلق على النهار مع ليله فيكون الزلزال نهارا وتتبعه حوادث في الليل مع انكدار النجوم وانتثارها. Means that day, actually in English we say day. Day means that in the light time, in the daytime. But day in the Quran, it means the whole day, like 24 hours, for example, day and night. Okay. يومئذ تحدث أخبارها. Okay. تحدث means that to say. Actually, I want to mention about تحدث أخبارها here. تحدث in general in Arabic. We have تحدث and another thing which is like تقول, for example. In hadith, in علم المصطلح, which is related to al-hadith, the ulama, they have some difference, and this is important actually to know. Sometimes the same word in the Quranic context, it has meaning. In the hadith, or the hadith point of view, it has a different meaning, and in the aqidah point of view, it has another different meaning. To hadith here, whenever that I looked to this actually, I couldn't find that there is no difference between haddatha and akhbara here in the Quran. It is haddatha. It is, whenever I looked in the ma'ajim, in the dictionaries, I found that to hadith means that something that is going to happen, that is newly happening. Okay, to hadith. Okay, but actually, whenever that you go in the context of the ahadith, whenever there is a student say that حدثني فلان أو أخبرني فلان, there are difference between the two. Okay, حدثني وأخبرني. Okay, حدثني means that there is a sheikh, for example, and I'm looking to him and I'm listening to him. Then I'm going to report. But أخبرني, no need to listen to him. No need to be, for example, if now all of you are here, then you can say that حدثنا, okay, Muhammad like this and that and that. But when you go outside and there is one person that you met him and said that I listened to this in the halaqah, and that person went after that and he was giving the same hadith that I have said, then he can say أخبرنا Muhammad, for example. Okay, but حدثنا, no, حدثنا means that direct contact. Okay, direct contact. As Al-Bukhari, he was doing like this, direct contact. Okay, without anyone. This is the farq between حدثنا. And another point from the aqadi point of view, from the theological point of view, we cannot say that hadithullah. We cannot say this, but we can say kalamullah. Okay, kalamullah. There is a difference. Okay, there is a big difference here, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not make hadith. This is kalam. Kalamullah, kalam is sifa lillahi azza wa jal. It is a trait of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah yatakallam, yes. Or Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala lahu kalam. Al-Qur'an kalamullah. This is right. But not hadith. Hadith, it is for Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Okay? hadith.
In this case, we can't say أخبرنا الله. أخبرنا الله.
أخبرنا, لا, no, yes, we cannot say. This is Kalamullah Azza wa Jal. This is Kalamullah fil Qur'an. Okay. But whenever they say hadith, this is for Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So remember well that we have Quranic context, we have hadith and mustalah context, we have aqadi context. Remember the differences between the two. And here, يومئذ تحدث أخبارها. There is akhbar, okay? There is akhbar and anba. They are commonly used in Arabic. Even in Arabic, in the news, in Arabic we call it mugaz al-anba and mugaz al-akhbar. Okay? This is commonly in our
We also call
akhbar. Yes. And the ulama, they said there is a big difference between the two actually. There is big difference between naba and khabar. Naba, it has different three traits, different than this. I was collecting actually them. Let's read them as they have said. So first, the first thing that I remember, it's not here, not in front of me actually. But anyway, what I remember is that a naba, whenever there is something that is huge, naba azim, this is something huge. عَمَّا يَتَسَاءَلُونَ عَنِ النَّبَإِ الْعَظِيمِ. Then they are going, there would be something that is horrible in the day of judgment, and then the earth would be changed, and the mountains are going to be like this. This is something great. Okay? But here, in this context, akhbar whom? It is the reporting the news of whom? The news of the people. Okay? It's not great deal actually here. This is akhbar. Okay? This is why we should mugaz al-akhbar actually, not mugaz al-anba. Anba, this is naba, something big. And this is why we call Nabi. Nabi, Rasul al-Nabi, لأنه نبأه الله عز وجل. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala like made him a prophet based on this, giving him this great news about an-nubuwah and so on. So this is one meaning, or one difference between the two.
Nabuwat and Naba all the same root?
Yes?
Nabuwat, Naba.
Yes, they are from the Nabba'a. Yes, they are from the same Jadr, which is Naba. And another thing actually that it has been mentioned here, that is Naba la yahtamilu al-kadhib. I'm not sure where, but Naba la yahtamilu al-kadhib. The Naba, it is true. Khabar maybe true, maybe not. Okay? So this is another meaning or another difference between the two. النبأ لا يحتمل الخطأ أما الخبر فيحتمل النبأ هو الإخبار عن شيء لا علم للمخبر به. Yes, another meaning here is النبأ. Whenever I say to you something and I say this is naba, I'm sure that you do not know about it. But al-khabar, they said that فللخبر يحتمل أن يكون للإخبار به بما يعلمه المخبر وبما لا يعلمه. Maybe whenever I give you a news, maybe you have heard this news from other place. So maybe you have known it before I'm telling you. So these are the main three differences.
Like نبئنا بتأويله.
Yes.
They don't
نبئنا.
know.
Yes,
Yes.
not أخبرنا. Yes.
Yes.
That's right.
They don't know before.
New news.
Yes, new great news, and you do not know it. That's the naba, and it's true. This is the meaning of naba.
So Quraysh, all they did not already know about Qiyamah and all of that because يسألونك عن النبأ العظيم.
Yes.
So here Naba, the Quraysh
Yes.
and Kuffar, they did not already know of course.
Actually, here النبأ, yes, عما تسألون عن النبأ العظيم, النبأ عن القيامة and this kind of thing, because they do not believe in resurrection. Actually, they are not believing that we are going to be again. إذا كنا عظاما نخرة, if we are going to be like hollow kind of bones, are we going to be resurrected? So they are not believing in the first step toward the day of judgment, which is resurrection. Definitely they are not believing in anything after that, in the day of judgment and Jannah and Nour. No. And there is one hadith which is important actually here. And as I said, look here, what I've said about akhbar from the linguistic point of view. Okay. But whenever that we read the Quran, this is very important, very important. That I'm talking about khabar and naba, what is the difference, and nice, this is very nice. But what is important for us always is what is the significance of this word in this context. Okay? What is the meaning of it? And this is what Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam gave. They were asking him about this. أخرج الإمام أحمد والترمذي والنسائي عن أبي هريرة قال قرأ رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم هذه الآية يومئذ تحدث أخبارها ثم قال أتدرون ما أخبارها? Do you know what is the meaning of أخبارها, of the news? قالوا الله ورسوله أعلم. They said that Allah and His Messenger knows the best. Then قال فإن أخبارها أن تشهد على كل عبد وأمة بما عمل على ظهرها بأن تقول عمل كذا وكذا يوم كذا وكذا فهذه أخباره. That she is going to witness, I mean that the earth is going to witness on every slave, male and female, what happened on its back on that specific day. So location and time. This is what the earth is going to say and tell. Subhanallah. The ulama here after that, as we said, they have different opinion regarding the ard is going to talk or only whatever is going to happen. This is as if it is talking. You know that in Arabic we say lisan al-hal wa lisan al-maqal. Lisan al-maqal means that it's something you say, but lisan al-hal, the tongue of your action. If the person is miserable and he is closed and so on, this means that you are in a miserable condition. No need to talk. No need to tell me that I am sad, right? This is, we call it lisanul hal. That is the tongue of your condition. So the ulama, they said that here the earth is not going to talk, but actually this is the tongue of the conditions, because everyone is going to know from these kind of actions that is going to happen. So here والظاهر أن هذا التحديث من الأرض على سبيل الحقيقة. Some ulama, they said that على سبيل الحقيقة. And there is a rule in the Quran, and in general, whenever that we read in the Quran, if there is no evidence, لصرف الأمور عن ظاهرها means that if there is no evidence to say something else, then you should take it as it is. I mean that as if we say the earth is going to talk, yes, it's going to talk. How it is going to talk? How you can understand talking? You are speaking. Then earth would speak in a way, in a form that is maybe we do not know, but Allah would let it talk in a way that you are going to understand. Okay, so that's the way that we should understand it. Otherwise, the ulama, they have different opinions. Maybe lisanul hal. Okay. Do you have any questions up to now?
And also in the previous ayah, وَأَخْرَجَتِ الْأَرْضُ أَثْقَالَهَا, it is also written somewhere that all the riches or the gold or the silver,
yes,
the earth would spit it out.
Yes, spit it. Yeah.
People will look at it on that day and they will say that I killed that person for this gold, and I try to.
Yeah, that's right.
Steal this gold, and now nobody is looking at all these riches.
That's very true. I want to get the hadith for this. I think Ibn-Katheer, he was mentioning this hadith. Yes, in the next ayah, I'm going to talk about this, the kunuz and so on, because al-qatil, he would come and say that this is the place where I killed the people here. Al-sariq, he would come, the thief would say, this is where that my hand have been cut here, and so on. I think this is in the next verse. I'm going to.
From ayat 2 to like 4, it is like lafqasani.
Some ulama, they mention about this. Yes, some ulama, they are mentioning about this because we have the reckoning here, hisab and so on. So after nafkhat al-ba'th wa nushur, after this, the blow in the trumpet in the first one, this is the second now.
Radifa.
Yes, that's the Tatba' al-Radifa, which is the second one. And after that, there is now the gathering would happen.
So these are maybe related to that.
Yes, some ulama mentioning about this. And because really it is.
Because before that, maybe like أخرجت الأرض وأثقالها and this all.
The tribulations of the.
Maybe not possible over there because there is no one over there.
Yeah.
Who already killed someone, who already like steal someone, because they are already dead.
No, I mean that after the resurrection, this is the hadith that is mentioned. I think it was in Al-Muharrar al-Wajiz ibn Atiyah. I will check it actually. And I was searching for it. It's a hadith.
This is in Sahih
Muslim, yes. Yes, one of the Muslim, and also the narrations in other. I was searching on it. Let me check this hadith. And this hadith actually, it is not here.
This I read from Ibn-Katheer.
Yes, in Tafsir Ibn Katheer. Okay, that's good. I think in the next one. Okay. التفسير ابن كثير. Okay. I think in another, yes, that's right. وأخرجت الأرض أثقالها. So this is وقال مسلم في صحيحه. This is what Ibn-Katheer mentioned. حدثنا واصل until رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم تقيء الأرض أفلاذ كبدها أمثال الأسطوان من الذهب والفضة. That is going to spit the أفلاذ أكبادها. Means that أمثال الأسطوان من الذهب والفضة, from the treasures of the gold and silver. فيجيء القاتل فيقول في هذا قتلت. In this I have killed. ويجيء القاطع فيقول, a person that was cutting his kinship, and he said في هذا قطعت رحمي. In this I have cut my kinship. ويجيء السارق فيقول في هذا قطعت يدي. And the thief come in this day and say that in this particular thing my hands have been cut. ثم يدعونه فلا يأخذون منه شيئا. It means والله أعلم that there is time where that those people after resurrection means that the first blow already there, already gone, and then the people would be resurrected. No, sorry.
People would be resurrected
The second one. I'm sorry. Yes. So the first one, all the people would die, okay, and then after the second one, the people would resurrected. So I think this is after the second one.
Because now they are resurrected and the earth has spit out everything.
Yes.
Now they could see it as this is the gold.
This is the gold. Yes, and say yes. That's right. But actually, the way of the Day of Judgment is different in this sense. Actually, ذلك بأن we stopped at يومئذ تحدث أخبارها. Yes, بأن ربك أوحى لها. Okay. الأخبار, as we said, the difference between الأخبار and الأنباء وتحدث, and we mentioned about it. بأن ربك أوحى لها. الباء here they said باء السببية. باء is because. It means because. بأن ربك أوحى لها. أن ربك your Lord. وقال بأن ربك أوحى لها. قال البخاري أوحى لها وأوحى إليها. So Al-Bukhari, he mentioned about this. Al-Arab, they seems that both are okay. Because some ulama, they make difference between أوحى لها وأوحى إليها. Actually, Ataher-ibn Ashoor, he mentioned about this. And other ulama also, they mention about it. Because why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that بأن ربك أوحى لها. In Arabic, it should be أوحى إليها. So they said that, why? What is the difference? Let's go with what the ulama they said. What I have concluded, that Al-Bukhari actually, whenever he says something, we should be very careful, because it's very difficult to make something against what he says. He said قال البخاري, this is what Ibn-Katheer mentioned, أوحى لها وأوحى إليها ووحى لها ووحى إليها. واحد means that the same meaning. وكذا قال ابن عباس أوحى لها أي أوحى إليها. So they have the same meaning. Sometimes if you want to go to the linguistic meaning, maybe you find some differences. But again, whenever the ulama is emphasizing that there is no other meaning, then we should not make or put some effort in it. Actually, Ataher-ibn Ashoor, he mentioned about this. He mentioned whenever we say that أوحى لها وأوحى إليها, it is as if he is saying that embedded in أوحى قال, like قال لها أو أذن لها. So it is embedded in it. But I cannot understand actually how this and how it is going to be in Arabic language.
It could also mean the severity of the order.
Severity, أوحى لها. But hinting, أوحى means hinting. Hinting means like what? It is like commanding without making a certain command, without making a clear, words. Like whenever that with some people, and just you make like this with your neck, and some 2 or 3 people, they will understand what you mean.
So similarly, كن فيكون الله.
Yes, this is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala أوحى لها أو وحي إلهام sometimes. Yes, وأوحى ربك إلى النحل.
أوحى إليهم وأوحى إليهم أن سبحوا.
Yes, that's right. So the meaning according to Al-Bukhari, he mentioned, and Ibn-Katheer, it is the same.
Especially Ibn Abbas.
Yes, Ibn Abbas, the Turjuman Al-Qur'an, he said that أوحى لها أي أوحى إليها. This is very golden. Okay. Sometimes the Arab they use the same. Maybe from the linguistic part, maybe it has different. But whenever you go to the Arab and the way that they Like for example, sometimes يعني modern these days, we can use two words interchangeably. Okay, like mobile phone and cellular phone, for example. There is no difference at all. No difference at all in our minds. But if you go, linguistically, cellular phone comes from what? From cell, for example, and it has some meaning. And mobile phone because it is something mobile that you can go and so on. Linguistically, yes, there are some different. But what you understand?
They asked me someone in Arabic, two Arabic names, and as you said, like jism al-badan.
Yes.
They cannot explain the difference between the
Yes,
two.
jism and badan, yes.
For a common man, it is same thing.
Yeah, that's right.
Jism al-badan is same like the body.
Yes, and here's something, this is something very important, because what I want to say here is what? The Quran has been revealed for the people of Mecca and Quraysh and Arab people in general based on their tongue. Means that if there is word that has been used before and the Arab people, they understood it in that time of the revelation with some way, the way of understanding the way of the Arab, understanding the Arab at this day, it's our criterion. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala honored the Arab actually. Honored them, but they do not realize this. The way of the talking of the Arab at the time of Rasulullah is a criterion for the Quran, for understanding the Quran. Can you imagine this? This is honor from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to the Arab people. And this
sending the Holy Prophet is
yes, this is the greatest honor for the Arab in general. Okay? So here, if there is one meaning that is going to be different or weird than what the Arab understand, then cancel it. Allah did not mean it because بِلِسَانٍ عَرَبِيٍّ مُبِينٍ. If this is like what? If you are in Urdu or Bahasa or English or whatever, and you say word that is something that is strange, like you are talking a Chinese word, for example, nobody would understand. What is the meaning of this? So this means that you are not native. You are not someone that is from the real land of our right. And the Quran like this, Quran coming, that is all the people should understand it. It is common. It is not weird. Okay? Yeah.
I just want to confirm that it is the language of the Arabian street people's language means.
Yeah.
When they are using in daily life and there is no any some
Colloquial or slang?
No, I mean like Korean style. Some have a hierarchy structural, but they have some same.
Yes, they have classical Arabic, and they have different slangs from different tribes, but their Arabic is pure. Like what? Like English American, okay, and British English, American English, and British English. Actually, there are some differences between them, okay? But again, whenever the person is speaking in American, he is native speaker. It is okay. English native speaker. And if he is talking in British English, he is English native speaker. Okay? This is the same in Arab world at that time. Every tribe, it has different, some words are different. But their tongue is pure. Yes, it is almost like the same, but they have different slangs.
And also very good Arab people.
Yes, Arab people.
Very good in literature and that.
Yeah, that's right. The poets and so on, they are high level.
Professor, you said that the Quran is according to the understanding of Arabic people. I mean, at that era or till now?
No, at that era. At that era. Because now we're going to see one word now,
yes,
totally different. Atom, dharra, totally different now. Dharra, فَمَنْ يَعْمَلْ مِثْقَالَ dharra. Dharra in Arabic means what now? If you say it to any person, dharra, he would say to you atom.
Yes.
Atom. But actually dharra here, it is something else. Dhar huwa صغار النمل. It is the little ant or al-haba'a. Whenever that you are in the sun, and there is some, if you make something like this, there are some dust coming up.
Like
The smallest one. And actually the meaning, this is the linguistic meaning of dhar. Okay? But the actual meaning, and here it is a scale for, a limit for what? For being very small. Means that it can exceed the small, just for the people to understand. So sometimes I can say that if you, for example, if you give me, like if you come here 1,000 times, I would not forgive you, for example. I'm not going to tolerate you. This doesn't mean that if you come here 1,000 times and one, then I'm going to forgive you, right? Alf here, 1,000, it is not countable to the meaning that 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it is limit for very high, but I cannot use anything else than this, okay? This is the meaning, as we are going to say, inshallah. But I want to mention here what Ataher-ibn Ashoor mentioned. وعدي فعل أوحى باللام لتضمين معنى قال. He said that here قال. قال, as if أوحى لها, like if قال لها. أو أذن لها. In other مفسرين they said أذن لها. والأرض ائتيا طوعا as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala فقال لها وللأرض ائتيا طوعا أو كرها. وإلا فإن حق أوحى أن يتعدى بحرف إله. This is Ataher-ibn Ashoor, he mentioned about this. Because he is from the linguistic point of view is very, very specialist actually. Especially Ataher-ibn Ashoor. And he actually even other, whenever there is other ulama, but actually this is not ulama. Ibn Abbas is not ulama, this is Sahaba. If this is Al-Bukhari he is mentioning and Ibn Abbas, then we should accept it. But from the linguistic point of view, as we said, maybe it is different. والقول المضمن هو قول التكوين. كن, as you said, التكوين. التكوين means be. Be like this. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned, إنما قولنا لشيء إذا أردناه أن نقول له كن فيكون. So it is embedded in it, like be like this. The earth should shake and تحدث أخبارها. Do you have any questions up till now?
Professor, there is one opinion that
Yes.
someone asked him regarding the Quran, this one is a kafir, he said that there are some linguistic mistakes in the Quran.
Yeah.
Then the answer was, it's impossible because the Quran is in the standard itself, and some tribes they have different in gender. For example, one word, one tribe is mudhakkar and the other is muannath, and then so he said it's impossible if the ruler if we measure something with a ruler and the ruler is
not straight, then how? Yeah.
So which one?
Yes. Actually, the Quran. Yes, I can like there was like a set of, they are claiming it's grammatical mistakes in the Quran. They mention about this many times. And actually, whenever that you go with it, the refutation of these kind of grammatical mistakes is very nice actually, because it would give to you the uniqueness of the Quran and the language of the Quran. And the Quran should always follow one of the rules of the tribes. Sometimes that Quraysh, it is the main tongue of the Quran, because this is لغة القرآن اكتبوه بلغة قريش. Means that, as Uthman ibn Affan mentioned, that write down the Quran based on the language of Quraysh, because it is أفصح العرب, means that they are like the highest level of eloquence and using the language are the Quraysh people. Other tribes they can use also. And the Quran, whenever you go to anything, you will find it is right based on mainly on Quraysh. If not, then other tribes you will find the rule in the Quran is similar to them. So Quran is not bringing something that is weird or different than all of them. No, it is something that is right here in Quraysh and they used it. Then the Quran would give it or give the context based on it. And if the other tribe is, like as you said, it is masculine here, for example, and it's feminine here, for example, okay? If it's used masculine here, so based on Lughat Quraysh, it is right. We cannot say that it is wrong with the other tribe. No. It is not like this.
From logic point of view, it has to be right. Because at that time, like people of Quraysh, they were searching for something wrong in Quran to.
Yeah.
So and they didn't.
They couldn't.
The specialists of Arabic,
they couldn't.
Find.
Yes. How about us?
Yes.
This is right. They couldn't find anything. This is lisanun Arabiyyun mubin, means that anybody who is going to read this Quran, if you are at the time of Rasulullah sallallahu, any Arab person, he would realize from the first glance, that Quran is by a specialist, not by someone that is, not even by simple one. You can understand it whenever that any English or even in your language, you will find someone that is talking in a way that really this person is linguistically is specialist. There is no doubt for this, right? He is very fluent in the way of expression. He is very fluent in using the words. You can feel it. This is what the Arab felt with the Quran. They cannot find any flaws, any mistakes at all. At all. It was very easy to claim and accuse the Quran at this time.
That is why they were thinking about excuses, that how it could happen, how Muhammad could have it.
Yes.
Like somebody is coming and telling him, they were trying to make excuses about it.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
So, Professor, from this, there was a person in Pakistan, he was
Yeah.
very good at speaking Urdu language.
Yes.
So once he was making speech, actually he was he was famous because of his language, his
I see.
style. And
Yes,
because
style.
he used
Fluently.
words and
Yes.
fluently. Maybe Zia Muhyiddin, most of you know him, Zia Muhyiddin. So once my colleague over here, he was in Hania, he graduated, he told me, I was listening to him, and he said in his speech, Tahluka.
Tahluka. Yes.
Tahluka. In our own language, it is not Tahluka. We speak it differently, but same meaning as in Arabic.
I see. I see.
So this person is saying that I realized he is speaking right. We already speak whatever we already speak. It was wrong. Then I find a dictionary, and from a dictionary I find it is like tahluka.
Tahluka.
Yes.
Not
Because
the.
in Arabic it is like tahluka.
Yes.
In our language we call it tahlaka.
Tahlaka. Okay.
Something like this.
I see. I see. I see.
So this person, my friend, he understands Zia Muhyiddin as a standard.
I see.
He
And
said
then
that Zia Muhyiddin is good. He's right. He cannot be wrong. We
Okay.
already, whatever we did, it is wrong.
we rectify our. Yeah, that's right. Similar to this. Yes, that's very true. That's very true.
The one that I just told you, it's from Zakir Naik actually.
Zakir Naik, yes. You will find a lot of things from this, and the people are making these claims. Yes. But actually, all of them, all the refutations are there given in a way that is very nice, actually. And also, you can find it in other linguistic people or specialists. Okay. I think that, what is the time now? 7:30? I think we should stop here, inshallah. And inshallah, next time we can go with the last part of this surah. Okay, we can stop here. And جزاكم الله خيرا سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك.
So how about